Okay, I know it's been a long time. I know I started off doing so really great with like 3 a week. Life. So welcome back, bottom of the bounce. So here's what happened. What happened was I had started the very next thing, and I was going to put like videos together, right? And I was going to show you how excited I was for a job that I was interviewing for. And I had been referred to this job by a friend. I did a Zoom interview. I loved the lady I interviewed with. They called me back for an in-person interview. I interviewed with 3 different people and I loved them all. I thought it went beautifully. It ended with, oh my God, so the next step is a background check. And I'm like, awesome. We're going to email it to you. Great. So I wait. And finally I email the lady and I'm like, just making sure you didn't send that and you're not waiting on me because I didn't get it. And she's like, ooh, can we talk tomorrow? So you know it's either good or bad, right? So she called and said, you know what? We loved you. Everybody loved you. Everything was so great. But the girl that came in after you, after the last interview, had office experience that you didn't have. So we chose her. Oh. So my little video thing was I had clips before the second interview and I was going to kind of show the real-time emotion of it. So here's the real-time emotion of it. Yeah, it was kind of a jolt. Didn't expect that actually. Actually thought I had it because everything went so great. So I'm kind of sitting back. I don't know that there's a place in the town I haven't applied to. I just have to like, okay, universe, what are you saying? Because I'm recording after a shower and before I head to work, and then after I head to work, then I come here and I have a husband that needs me. Like, nothing has changed in that stinking schedule. The thing that was going to change with the new job was I was just going to be working 3 days a week, same amount of money 3 days a week. I could get back to what I do, and art and photography and creating. So there is a cat just running through the backyard. Hello, friend. So what I've decided is I am not going to let any job stop what I do, what I'm trained in, what my heart says I need to do. And I've kind of thought about this backwards and forwards, right? He's meowing at the window now. I remember before I had a job and I was just, go back to episode 1. All the lawsuit had happened. I had lost the studio. I moved here. I had a job before 6 months was over because I was told I was taking too long. What was I doing? I needed to get a job. Everybody was coming down on me. I got a job. Ultimately, I make less money with this job. I have benefits. There are things I didn't have before. Nothing is all bad. But I make less money and I don't have the time to make up the money or do anything different, right? I can't just get a nighttime part-time job because there's times I'm not off till after 7 o'clock at night. Can't do something in the morning because there's times I'm at work by 7 in the morning. So it's been a struggle to find what I can do even around this job. So when I didn't get the one that was going to free up some time, it was like I had to kind of think it through. And of course it is not lost on me that people were like, Robin needs to get a job. She's not making enough money fast enough. But nobody has said, good God, since Robin got a job, she's making less money. She actually, had we left her alone, would probably be doing fine right now. If she hadn't listened to us, probably be doing fine right now. And unfortunately, I did listen to those voices because any artist in the world, and I firmly believe everybody is one, but when you're doing something, you're always doubting yourself. Like, how am I going to sit here saying I can do this, when, you know, the world is saying you got to assimilate a little bit. So I did that. So, and I'm mad about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm mad about it. I am so mad at myself. Now, you could play the other thing. What if I hadn't done this and I'm sitting there still trying to make money? Because I know 2026 is a hard year for photographers and artists. I know that. I have a lot of photographer and artist friends, and between AI and economy and, you know, everything else, it's a hard year. So I get that. It could have been too hard of a year and maybe I wouldn't have done anything. So I need to let it go, because it's not it is a choose your own adventure, but you don't get to go back and choose another way to see how it pans out, right? So sitting where I am today, I am realizing I was waiting on another job so I could do what I love to do. When in all honesty, it shouldn't matter what that second job is. I need to do what I love to do. I need to focus on what I love to do. I need to make the time to do what I love to do. I need to make the time to book the photo sessions, to make the money, to save the house, to pay the bankruptcy. I have a lot going on, and this job ain't paying for it. And if I'm not finding another job, because my resume is fun, but it doesn't, I've owned companies, but somehow that doesn't translate to she knows how to send her own emails. So I'm realizing, different job would be great hour-wise, because this one's far away and it just takes so many hours and it's on the weekends. But I'm going to be changing my mindset around both jobs, around my photography business and around that second job that is supposed to just be the heartbeat that supports the art, right? It's supposed to be that, the little drum beat in the back that everything else is built upon, but this is just a little bit of steady oomph. And, you know, I let it become the whole thing because I was so overwhelmed. I was, waking up at the butt crack of dawn trying to work on taxes. I was trying to work on bankruptcy. I was trying to, find, some other way that I could be closer. So my husband's on alone all the time because we have one car, and, he's coming at me because he's alone and doesn't have a car, and other people are coming at me because you've got to do this. And I've been pretty much drowning all year. However, I've been getting it done. I'm just, staying the course. I am being very mindful, and, when an email comes in that somebody needs something, I do the something. I just do the something. And when the next thing is there, I just do that. And then when I go to work and I need to do XYZ, I just do that. And when I come home and my husband's been alone all day and he wants to sit on the couch and watch TV together, then I need to do that. But in the mornings, early in the mornings, that is my time. The other thing I'm going to be changing at the job that I have is we don't get a lunch hour because it's commission sales, and your sales will get stolen if you're gone. I'm about to start taking some lunch time because that's how I'm going to be reaching out to my photography people, and I'm going to be booking my calendar because nothing changes unless I change it, right? And if this is the bottom of the bounce but nothing is changing, it means I'm just sitting at the bottom. And let me be very clear, I ain't sitting at the bottom. I have no desire to sit at the bottom. I don't like being at the bottom. I don't like a lot of things in life right now. And you know what? If I want it to be a different color, I have to paint it a different color. And, before I was like, I'm trying to paint it a different color by getting a different job or doing this and I think I was still relying on too many other people. Like, I'm trying to paint it a different color using somebody else, when honestly I need to pick up my paintbrush, and it's literally what I do. I photograph and I paint portraits. Why am I looking for a little job in town if I just could get this happening? I am sweating so bad. If you guys knew how hot it was, look, you see the sweat? Yeah. Let me tell you, living with somebody who is sick and has lost a lot of weight, they get cold very easily. So you just deal. You just deal. Because he's going to be here all day. I'm not. I'm about to step into a store that is pure winter. And I will have a sweater on and I will have goosebumps, and it's the polar opposite of how I live here. However, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I had a whole different podcast plan for you guys. I was going to tell you like all the good news, and I was only working 3 days a week, and I was making the same amount of money, and now I can focus on photography. That isn't what you're getting on this one. What you're getting is, I didn't get the other job. I'm not getting any of these jobs. And maybe the universe is saying, quit. Why the hell are you looking for a job? You never wanted this in the first place. Get back to who you are and do what you're trained to do, what you love, and what you're good at. Do that. And you know what? I think possibly the universe ain't wrong. I am not, goodness, I feel like it's running down my face. I am not confident enough to quit anything that is bringing some money in at the moment, but there will be a different focus where I'm such a good little employee. I'm there on time and I don't take lunch and I stay late and I'm working over 100 hours typically. 95 to over 100 hours on every paycheck every 2 weeks. So I've definitely put my time in. I have done what I needed to do, but it's not paying at all what I can make, what I know I can make, what I have made. So I'm just gonna turning that ship in the harbor. I thought it was turning it one way. I feel like I'm doing a 3-point turn in the harbor, right? Like I went and it didn't work, and so I backed up, and then we're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna back up, and then it might be more than 3. We might be doing a 7 or 11 point turn, but by God, we're turning. Yeah, we are. So that's kind of the news that I have for this one. Is I didn't get the job I thought I was gonna be coming on here and telling you guys I got. I didn't, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not the person who always believes that everything that happens is for a reason. I don't. I have a child that passed away, so I don't think that. I don't believe it. But I do believe there are things in the universe that kind of thump you on the head, and you do need to listen. Why am I not getting these jobs? I don't think the universe is telling me I'm not good enough or I'm not enough. I don't think that. There are still a couple of hopeful things that could happen that would still be a bigger heartbeat and I could still do it. Of course, that would be wonderful and lend security where I don't really have it right now. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I see. A lot of times people, oh, look at that, dripping down my face. Don't think that I see it because I don't know. I am seeing through this. There's a lot of assumptions that I just don't get it. I do get it. I do see it. I see way more than anybody else does because I'm living it. And yeah, I also know what I'm good at. I also know what I can do. And so that's kind of what I'm saying in this one is, okay, we're about to head a little bit of a different direction. It's the same freaking direction. I just think I'm not going to wait. It's like if I was jumping over a creek and I've been waiting on the rock in the middle so I could step and go to the other side, and every rock kept being a turtle, and so it wasn't working and can't step on it, and like there's just no way to get across the creek because I've been focused on the rock in the middle so I could have a step to get there, when in all honesty I just needed to back up and run and jump over it. And that's what I'm gonna try. That not what I'm gonna try. That's what I'm doing right now, because I had already put on social media that as of June 1st we are rolling out something new, and I'm going to be focusing on painted portraits and relationship portraits. Bam, let's do those. Same business model. I am still putting wall art on people's walls. Actually, there's not a new product. This is what I've done. It's just that I don't think I really focused on it, because when I started doing this type of photography, there was so much going on that I think everything got muddled. Now, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm actually really excited about it. I can't wait. And I just thought I would tell you guys. It was like bad news, but it made me jump up into good news, because I'm more confident than ever. I'm more focused than ever. Yeah, there's still a lot I have to do. We are filing bankruptcy again for the second time, because I've got to save the house, and that means there will be a bankruptcy payment. But what is that? Oh, it's this. Yeah, there. You know what? I got to do something. We can't move right now, and I've got to make it work. I have to make it work. So yeah, there's a lot that is going on. We have court again. We have to prove why this time is different than last time. We have to prove what are we doing? And honestly, I also realize it's an uphill battle to be like, no, I'm not getting the other job that I told you I thought I was getting. Actually, I don't want a W-2 job at all. I just want to do what I do. So we'll see. I'm just going to have to prove it. You know what? I mean, you can't go to court with your hopes and dreams. You have to prove that you can do it. So that is fully what I plan. So yes, I'm excited to kind of weed out waiting on a rock to step over and realize what I need to do. But there's also some other stuff going on that I can't blindly jump across the creek, because there's some alligators in that water, and I need to make sure that I've done my due diligence and everything I can do so I don't mess something up and fall in the water, and I actually get to just jump over the creek, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, just like tell me it doesn't make sense. All right, I am off to work because it is time, and now my hair's dry a little bit. All right, I'll keep you guys posted. Mwah! I hope everything's great in your world. I hope you're enjoying that it's finally turning into summer wherever you are, unless you're somewhere far away and it's not. Then you can tell me to shut up. But it's turning summer here, as evidenced by the sweat running down my little face. I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah! Boop, boop.